plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Clifford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Hey, watch it. Hey, Echo. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got him. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Taken in at the 22. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, Well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking to throw. Clifford. And this is Cook with a grab. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it. Check 15. Check 15. Bravo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Jay, lock it. You. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot.
From the gun, Clifford. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game. Absolutely not.
He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun now on third down, Carr being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
My five. Here we go, D. My five. Who that? Hey, Alpha. My five.
Carr now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
54. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Both to Mike.
On first down, Clifford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Alert three. Let's go.
On the carry, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, exit. Let's get there. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Been long day for you. Right there. 54. Right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Clifford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Down. 485. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming up.
Now it's Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Express.
Now this time, Carl throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Hard to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Daniil Hunter. And that will force a turnover on downs. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, D. Any weapon. Here I come again.
2nd and long. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
44. Hey, wahoo. Yep. Fofo to Mike. Mike Fofo. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm kidding.
Operating from the gun. Clifford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 3, 218, chopper. Go, go. 54, Mike 54. Don't get nervous. Let go.
Back to throw. Clifford. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Get that ball. Hey, shoot. Mike, 44, Mike. Check. Now.
On 4th down, Clifford. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Carr now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Well, that'll be put in the book. As a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Rock it. Hey, Orbit, go.
Banjo. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. We own this.
Throwing on first down. Clifford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now. Ready?
To throw on second down, Clifford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's happened to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Come on, fellas.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got 4.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jackson.